You're listening to the Hella Well with Danielle show, a podcast taking women of color on a journey exploring all things wellness and travel related. We're all about showing you how to put on your oxygen mask first and creating lasting self-care habits that will free you to travel the world and live the life you truly desire, and not one you have to fake loving. I'm your host, Danielle Washington. Now let's buckle up and start this journey. Welcome to another episode of the Hella Well with Danielle podcast, your weekly mental vacay for the busy woman of color who is ready to heal and just needs a little bit of help on that healing journey. I'm your host, Danielle Washington, and this month I'm doing a 5-part series on relaxing. It may sound crazy because for some of you, relaxing comes easy, but for people like me, it doesn't. It just doesn't come easily. It doesn't come effortlessly. And I know I'm not alone because you can go on Google and do a search and there's so many people looking for how do I, relax? Like, why can't I relax? Like, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just relax? Why can't I just unwind? And so in this 5-part series, we'll be talking about reasons why you can't relax, ways that you most likely are trying to relax and attempting to relax and doing it all wrong. And I will be the first one to admit, I have done many of those things that I'm going to be talking about in that episode. Also talking about how digital detox is like a crash diet and why you actually probably shouldn't be doing digital detox, which was a real kind of like, aha moment for me because I've definitely done many different digital detoxes and didn't realize that this probably isn't working for me and wondering why it wasn't working for me, but also just looking at different ways that you can relax and then ending it off with a beautiful relaxing meditation. So for today's podcast episode, we're talking about why can't you relax? What is holding you back? What are the reasons of why you are not relaxing? And there's a major one that you may not even be realizing that's really the elephant in the room that I want to address today. But before we get started, every episode I'd like for us just to tune into this space, just telling all the noise around us, the responsibilities, the chores, the to-do list, to have several seats. So we could really tune in and be here, be now in this space, allowing this short time that we're together to be our mental vacay. So like I do in every episode, I just want to take a moment to do a couple breaths. So if you can, close your eyes, sit up tall, put your hands on your thighs or just wherever feels comfortable to you, and just begin to inhale deeply, filling your body with breath, feeling the air going all the way up, then exhaling fully out of your mouth. So inhaling through your nose and then exhaling out of your mouth. One last time, make this one count. Inhale deeply, deep, 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 deep. That's it. And then exhaling all the air out. And let's begin. All right, so today, why can't you relax? Why is relaxing so hard? Why does relaxing feel like someone's telling you to hit like the high note like Whitney Houston does? That's why I feel like people are like, oh, just relax. It's going to be okay. Just relax. I have tried. I almost felt like I couldn't do this because I'm like, who am I to say that I can't relax? Like I'm in the wellness industry, but I can because I can't relax. I try all the time. I've gotten better. I've gotten way better than I've been in the past, but it's an embarrassment. I feel shame. I feel frustrated. I feel like I do try to relax. I try to take a bubble bath. I try meditating at times. I will try all the different things people say to do. And it feels like after I've done it, like I feel this, I still feel stressed out. I don't feel any different. I don't feel better. And it feels like an epic fail. Which is even more frustrating when you're trying to relax and it doesn't feel like you've done anything. And for you out there who, again, relaxing and unwinding comes natural and is with ease, kudos to you. I wish I was you, but I'm not. And I know I'm not alone. So why can't relax? Why does doing nothing feel like torture? There's reasons why. One of the biggest reasons why you're probably having problems relaxing is that it's stressing you out. Like actually, there's many of us who trying to relax feels stressful AF. And think about it. When has beating yourself up about relaxing made you feel like you can relax more? Like you're not doing it right. You're not trying hard enough. I don't know about you. I may try that, and I have tried that, but it doesn't make me feel more relaxed. Like beating myself up doesn't feel like, okay, I'm now beat myself up so much that I am going to officially relax. No, it just usually makes me feel worse. It just, that self-talk, it makes me feel guilty for not being able to do it, makes me feel shame for not being able to do it. And it just doesn't feel good. And yeah, it just doesn't feel good. So bullying yourself into relaxing, I'm going to tell you right now, is not a good look. It's just not the way to go about doing it. Another thing behind that is just also that bullying yourself and saying, I must relax, I must relax, I must relax. Again, I've been in meditations where I've, hands in Gyan Mudra, sitting up tall, and I'm like telling myself, you relax, relax, relax. It doesn't work. Like yelling at yourself, bullying yourself, beating yourself up, that feeling that it just adds to the guilt and the shame of trying to relax. I remember being in Bali, and I'm in this beautiful resort. And this has happened to me more than once. I've been in many places. And this has actually happened several times on several trips to Bali. I've been in beautiful resorts. Wow, just realizing I've been in beautiful resorts. And I'm sitting there telling myself, I'm going to relax. This is going to be everything. My shoulders are going to relax down. I'm going to feel much better. And I'm telling myself, relax, you're here. This is beautiful. Like this great place. You have a drink in your hand. The pool, the weather is amazing. Relax, relax, relax. And I can't relax. And I posted that on TikTok the other day. And I said, from the point of view, it's like I'm in paradise and I still can't relax. And you know how many people shamed me for girl, what the F? Get off. You're other people have real problems. Who are you to be up here saying woe was me, you have issues relaxing? And at first I was kind of felt bad about myself. And I was like, oh, maybe I should take this down. I'm getting so much hate mail. And I was like, no, I'm not removing the post because the reality is that's my truth. My truth was I was in paradise and I couldn't relax. My truth is I could be in a meditation and there's times where I can't relax. That's my truth. And if that's your truth too, if that sounds familiar to you, it's okay for you not to be okay with that. Let me rephrase that. It's okay for relaxation not to come naturally to you. It doesn't for everyone. And it's okay to own that. And that's one of the things that made me do was I realized I can't keep beating myself up. Me stressing out about relaxing is not relaxing. We put so much pressure on ourselves to relax. And I think that's one of the biggest issues. And I think that's the elephant in the room is that we put so much pressure on ourselves to relax that it becomes another task on our to-do list. It becomes another thing that we must again achieve. And in this society that pressures us to achieve everything, we got to be hard, we got to be perfectionists, we got to be everything. Adding the pressure of achieving relaxing is one of the worst things you can do. It is one of the literally worst things you could do. Think about how you're stressed out about achieving all the other things on your to-do list. And then now you've just added relaxation and unwinding into that list of stressors. So it goes back to it being a stressor because it's on the list and you're like, I must achieve, I must get this done, I must relax. Everyone's doing it. Why can't I relax? Everyone's doing it. Why can't I relax? When it's on your to-do list and you've created it as another task that's stressing you off, that you have to check off and you are having issues checking it off, it's a vicious cycle that you're not going to get out of if you keep that mindset. So if this sounds like you, take off relaxation and unwinding off the to-do list. Don't make it a chore. Later on, I'll be talking about in the other episodes in the series about different ways that you can flow and relax into relaxing and unwinding. And so it can be something you can take off the to-do list. Because again, when it's on the to-do list, it's mad pressure. It's mad pressure to achieve. And as strong women who love to achieve, because we're already busy, we're already doing the most, adding to needing to achieve relaxation onto the list is counterproductive, in my opinion. The other part is thinking that we have to wait for the right time. Oh, if I just wait for the right time, I will be able to relax. Like, we wait for the right moods. Like, I gotta be in the mood to relax. I gotta feel like when it strikes me in a certain time and a way, and just like, like you want to have sex. Like, it's like, oh, I gotta be in the mood. No, sis, you ain't gotta be in the right mood or wait for the right mood to relax. It's that waiting for it until I feel like I deserve, which I'll be talking about in a second, but waiting for that moment that I deserve it. It's basically saying I'm like storing it up like a chipmunk, waiting, like I'm going to store all my moments to relax. So when I get ready to use it, I'm going to have this amazing experience. No, you're going to be the chipmunk that stored all these nuts and died because it was waiting for the right moment to experience joy, waiting for the right moment to experience relaxation. And you don't want to be that chipmunk that waited too long and croaked, hit by a car. I don't know, that was kind of morbid. Whoops, sorry. But that's what I was thinking. It literally is kind of like that. It's like if you sit there and wait for too long, you're going to miss the moment. So carve out time in your schedule. Just carve out time. Like, just maybe it's a minute. Maybe it's something different. But carve out time. Don't wait for the right moment. And it goes back to people who are saying, which is another huge reason. And again, I'm guilty. And I say all these things. And I'm not sitting here shaming anyone for doing these things. Because everything that I'm saying today, reasons why you can't relax, honey, I've done all of them. I have been the poster child for all these reasons of why I'm not relaxing and wondering, like, why can't I relax? Because I'm waiting for the right time. Oh, because I'm putting all this pressure on myself. I made it a task on my to-do list. It's part of my healing, so I have to do it. I'm stressing out about it. And the bigger reason is because, I'm just too busy. I'm too busy to relax. I have so much stuff to do. We often equate our work with our self-worth. In this fast-paced society that we all live and work in and we're moving in, it's all about how much you get done in one day. So often may feel counterproductive if your worth is tied to how much you can do, taking time to relax because you're taking time. It may feel silly. It may feel wasteful, like I could be using this time to further my business, to gain new skills versus relaxing, sitting over here trying to read a book, meditating, going for a walk, having a conversation, or doing absolutely nothing. And it feels uncomfortable. That is why sometimes when we try to relax, it feels uncomfortable because we have this story, this narrative in our head that says, sis, if you aren't doing anything, you're not being productive and you have no worth. When you have that narrative in your head, it's mad hard to want to make time to relax. It's like, because why would I make time that's taking away from me achieving? When success and achievement is happiness, relaxation is like the anti to all that. So it's all about trying to change your mindset. Yes, it's about making time to relax because it's a choice. Like everything we do in life, it's a choice. Making time to relax is a choice. Making time to be too busy to relax is another choice. Making time to heal is another choice. And so it's about not just making the time because, yeah, that's easy. Girl, just make some time. No, it's about shifting your mindset about what it is about your self-worth. If your self-worth is tied to how much you do and your productivity, relaxation is going to feel like one of the stupidest things you could be doing in life. And it's not. It's really not stupid. It actually will help you do better. It will help you grind better. It'll help you hustle harder. Well, maybe I don't know if I want you to hustle harder. I don't know. It will help you achieve faster. I feel like when you allow your mind to relax and to woosah, there's creative things come up. I mean, look at nature as I look outside my house. Nature takes time. It doesn't try to bloom all year long. It takes time to fall. It takes time to die down and rejuvenate. It doesn't try to be in spring 24/7. So why are we trying to do that? Why are we trying to hustle, and do when if we go through the patterns that nature shows us, we can do more? But no, we're out here trying to, again, basically store away our relaxation, unwind till we achieve a certain level. And that's not looking good for any of us. The other part of the things that I wanted to talk about, there's two more on the list, is that we feel like we have to earn it. The feeling of having to earn our relaxation is so detrimental to our well-being. Feeling like, oh, and I'm guilty of this. Again, I said I'm guilty of all these different things. I'm guilty of this, telling myself, oh, well, if I just finish everything on my to-do list, then I can relax. I can relax because, I'll enjoy it more. It'll make sense because, nothing else will be on my list. I don't got to worry about anything. But let's keep it 100%. Ain't no one having a to-do list that's ever finished. Or we rarely have a to-do list that's completely finished, because the reality is we're always adding more things on the list. The list always kind of just continues. It's like, oh, check that off. Okay, let's add, check, add. So when is there really a time when the list is enough? We're saying that we have to do enough. We have to earn it. We don't have to earn. Relaxation isn't something you have to earn. It's not something that you have to say that I finally have done enough to deserve. And that goes back to our self-worth. Like when you're saying I have to feel like I deserve the ability to pause, to break, to breathe, you're that chipmunk who's storing up all those nuts and gets hit by a car because you waited too long. And maybe you don't get hit by a car like a chipmunk. Rest in peace, chipmunk. But it's you start having high blood pressure, you start overeating, you start having depression, you start having all these medical things that your doctor's like, well, we can't figure out why you're having it. It's because all these emotions and all these things you haven't worked through are muddling up your body, you're blocking your chakras, and they're making you feel that your inner critic is in control because it is in control, and you're just spinning out of control, and you're like, just one other thing happens, I'm literally going to lose it. It's because you were storing up your relaxation. You were storing up your moments to break, to pause, to breathe, to have a mental vacay. Like the chipmunk who died on the street. And I don't want you to be that chipmunk. Please don't be that chipmunk. Don't be that chipmunk. That's all I can take is, I just don't want you to be that person. When you feel like you have to earn rest, it's mad difficult to feel like you deserve it. I'm going to say that again. When you feel like you have to earn rest, it is extraordinarily difficult, like hell, to feel like you're deserving of it. So what I want you to feel, what I want you to realize, is that relaxation is not a luxury. Rest is not a luxury. It is a necessity. It's not about deserving it. Girl, you need it. You need rest. And the last point I wanted to bring up is, okay, I know I deserve it. I'm understanding a little bit more that I deserve it. I know that I can't try to earn it. I know that, me saying I'm so busy for it is actually setting me up for failure. Me putting pressure and putting, being able to relax on the to-do list as a chore is not helping me. But let's get to the last point in the situation is sometimes you just don't know how to relax. I literally, for 2 or 3 months, sat there and was like, I just don't know how to relax. I'm trying all these different things. I'm listening to all the things on Instagram and Twitter and reading all the blogs. 12 ways you can relax. I've tried them. And I'm like, I'm still not relaxing. And let's just call it is what it is, a spade that it is. Sometimes you just don't know how to relax. It sounds odd to some of you who are like, I just don't get it. I relax all the time. It comes so naturally to me. This podcast is pointless. To those of you who understand and have had moments where I just don't know how to relax, like I'm trying and it doesn't seem to be working, this is for you. There's people out here like me who just didn't have a clue. Again, I've gotten a lot better at it. I've been able to find ways, which is why I wanted to create this 5-part series to really help the busy woman of color figure it out on her own in a way that works for her. So when you feel like you're one of those people like me who's had moments in your life where like, I just don't know how to relax, accept that that's who you are. Accept that, hey, this may take some effort. This doesn't come naturally, and it's okay. Because riding a bike didn't come naturally. I fell hella times. Doing roller skating didn't come naturally. Driving came naturally. Maybe because I played too many video games. But not everything comes naturally to you. And sometimes you have to learn. Cooking, I can cook. But baking doesn't come naturally. And so I have to put a little bit more effort into it. Or I just need to go buying some pastries would be really good right now. Anyway, I digress. Accept that it doesn't come naturally to you. Accept that, okay, I have to put some effort in behind this. And more importantly, I have to put some effort into it, but I also need to give myself grace. Not everything comes naturally to me, and it's okay. Relaxation, unwinding, pausing, taking a break, having those mental vacays are so freaking important. Again, it's not a luxury. We think that it's for others. It's for those other people who have the luxury, who are privileged and have the time, who have the money, have, all these different things. They're more deserving. They don't have to work for it. They don't have to prove themselves. They have the luxury of not making it a pressure for them to achieve all these things in life. No. Rest, relaxation, pause, breaks, whatever you want to call it, breathing, stillness, doing nothing is a necessity. It's a necessity. Again, nature doesn't bloom all the time, so girl, why are you? I hope you join me next week and join me the rest of this part of the series, the Hello Relax series, because we all need to hella relax. We all need to understand that this is a necessity. It's a necessity. It is not a luxury. I love you, and I will see you next week. Ciao. Thanks for joining us this week on the Hello Well with Danielle show. Make sure to visit our website, hellowellwithdanielle.com, where you can subscribe to our show on iTunes, Spotify, and Amazon Music and never miss an episode. Also, you can follow us on social media at Hello Well with Danielle on Facebook and Instagram, and Hello Well Danny on Twitter. And if you hella love the show and got some good nuggets out of it, know that I'm not too proud to ask for you to please leave a rating or review on iTunes so that we can continue to expand our reach and help other women of color. Again, thanks so much for listening, and I hope to see you next week. Ciao.